a 1-year-old. So let's say
Yeah, that's a lot.
a lot. And then all my clients been acting like kids because they want their hair done.
Girl, oh my God. We finna talk about that. That's why we just be clowning talk about ungrateful. I've been getting all these text messages like, y'all saw the news. Y'all saw that we supposed to be closed. You want us to risk our livelihood on some one-offs? And then where are my kids gonna go? You want them running around your house? I don't.
Girl, it's a lash tech. They walked up to her door at her house. She was doing eyelashes at her house. Somebody called on her. They walked up to her door and they gave her a fine of $5,500 and something dollars. And she had to pay it in a certain amount of time or she losing her life. And the time frame that they gave her, and she can't do lashes, how's she gonna come up with that money?
Girl, that's on, and none of them clients helping her pay that fee.
And then the client that she got caught on, that's $100 compared to $5,000 and some dollars that you have to pay or lose your license behind. Now, here's the thing. I understand my clients know I'm normally rebellious. I normally don't care. But my license, no.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Can y'all hear me?
Hey, nice of you to join us.
I've been talking to y'all for 5 minutes because y'all whole conversation is live and I'm trying to get y'all attention and I'm just like, what is going on?
We were talking about something good.
Oh my God. Hello, everybody. Now, okay.
I can hear you, Diddy, but I can't see you. I can hear you.
Well,
I can see you.
It's too late now. We are on it. We are live. I'm going to do the introduction and we're going to get on. Hopefully people can see this.
I'm trying to figure out where it is on Facebook because I wanted to see what it looked like because I got the Facebook side.
It's on my page. It's on my page.
It's on DD Payne?
Yes, it's on my page.
Well, then I'm doing it. Oh, so I was giving people the wrong look, so they're not even going to see it. Stop, Blythe.
Okay. The Facebook comments are here. Hopefully, if you guys can hear us, let us know. We are having technical difficulties, so give us a thumbs up or something.
Yeah, please.
Let us know if you're in the building.
No, please.
No. So is it sharing to the CD?
No, it's not. It's messed up. I had to start it over. We're gonna do it here, and I will share it to it later. Because I'm like, ugh. Okay, thanks, Brock. Okay, they can hear it.
All right. Like Didi is like, I'm sick of it.
I am sick of it. Okay, guys. So you already know I'm Didi, and we are live with Shantavia Cheeks Pro over there. Thank you, Elkie. Girl, this medias. Ooh, Lord. We are interviewing today our good friend, Lauren Love. Hey, Lauren.
Hey, y'all.
So we are in a series that Shantavia and I are doing, Beauty Talks, where the E stands for experience. And we are interviewing all of our industry friends. So it just won't be beauty, it'll be beauty, fashion, pretty much anybody that we collaborated with. The next couple of weeks, we are going to be talking with them, interviewing with them, giving them shout outs, doing some kind of, behind the scenes situation going on so you guys can get more familiar with us and familiar with their services and stuff as well. So we already had technical difficulties, so we're just gonna jump into the questions. The first question we have is, how did we meet?
So this is so funny because Didi and I never really met, right? So we were at Paul Mitchell and this girl comes in after I'm on to phase 2, which is like the highest point of, I guess, the school, right? Paul Mitchell, you working on the floor. And I see Didi come in, and Didi, she was like so focused all the time, and that's what that's what drew me to her, because I was like, this girl don't talk to nobody. Like, she come to school and she leaves. She come to school and she leaves. And then finally she kind of opened up to us and she was talking. And unfortunately, Didi met me at a dark time in my life. But she always like saw my talents and my gifts outside of, personal. And she always connected me to fashion shows and was like, hey, you want to come and do this job with me? And then I met Cheeks because I kind of like, I seen Didi with her all the time. And I was like, who is this girl? And I stalked her on social media. And that's how I met her.
We were stalking each other then because I was just like, go with this color, girl. And these blonde.
Right. And I was like, oh, Didi working with somebody. Who is this?
Yeah, I remember when we was at cosmetology school and I was talking to Lauren and she was just like, who is this girl talking to me? And I was like, me, girl, hey. But we ended up, becoming really good friends, and the rest is history. So, what made you choose to be a beauty professional?
Look, how much time do we have?
It's a lot.
So, long story short, long story long, should I say? I grew up always just messing in my hair, and especially color. I used to color my hair with Kool-Aid and everything, right? So every time I would go to the beauty salon, they would always mess my hair up, and I always come home and fix it. My mama would be hollering at me like, you had me pay all this money, and you in here messing up all my stuff to redo your hair. And really, I was messing it up, y'all. I really wasn't making it better. So I was like, in my family, I was the first one to go to college. Got accepted, full ride scholarship to Baylor and all this stuff. And so it was so much pressure on me, and I felt like I needed to be in college. Well, let's just say I've been to about 4 or 5 colleges, and I still have a year left. And I was on like a 8-year degree, okay? Yeah. Because I didn't want to do that. And so I was working at a call center, and this girl named Shay Berto, she was like, Lauren, you should do hair and makeup, because I used to just practice on myself. Now, she started taking me to fashion shows to help her with makeup and all that stuff. And then she was like, you need to go to hair school. And I was like, my granny wants me to finish college though, bro. Like, I gotta finish college. And I was like, I didn't want to tell my granny that I wasn't going to college. So lo and behold, she takes me to a tour. Shay takes me to a tour at Paul Mitchell. And I'm like, oh, this is where I need to be. Like, this is where I feel like I could be myself, and not so structured. Like, I could be creative. Yeah. And I enrolled, and the week before, I say 2 weeks before I graduated is when I told my granny, like, how would you feel if I went to hair school and I graduated stuff? And my granny was like, Lauren, I don't care what you do as long as you finish. I was like, okay, well, I graduate in 2 weeks.
Oh, Lord. I did not know that part of the story. Well, I mean, hey. Better now than never, I guess.
Right.
Oh, my God. Okay, yeah, I didn't know that story. So, I've been with you through several of your journeys in life. But I know that a couple years ago, you did the Loving in Color, that's what it was. And that was like such a cool, great concept. And I know that's been kind of your thing. And so I wanted, since some people probably didn't get to experience that, you tell us in your own words what it means to love in color.
So I created In Love in Color because it's really deep for me, because I used to only wear black hair, right? Because I was like too scared to do color, and I didn't realize that I was hiding behind dark hair. Like, I was really, really dark at that time. And somebody was like, why don't you try color? And we were going to Paul Mitchell at the time. This was right before we graduated, actually. And I just went red for graduation. Somebody told me to go red. And ever since I was red, I was like, man, the way it just makes me feel when I look at myself with red hair. Like, I've worn other colors, but red, baby, is my signature. Okay? I am like somebody else. Baby girl, it might be some other boys, And so, I came up with In Love and Color because I wanted other women to feel like that too. And I've always had women come to me like, man, I wish I could do that, but I work in corporate. And I'm like, hey, we can do some peekaboo. So, you have this during the week and this on the weekend, pop it out. Or I do you a wig, or, just getting them to love themselves, because color is really an accessory, And for a while, I felt like, oh my God, I look ghetto. And then I had to be like, well, if you ghetto, then you look ghetto. If you're not ghetto, then you look like how you're supposed to look,
Yeah.
And so it was just the way I carried myself. I actually was able to get corporate women, and I want to not. I love all of my lovely, beautiful sisters out here in this world, but I want to cater this particularly to Black women, because they're so subconscious about if they can wear color or not, because of how they're viewed when they wear color, depending on their skin tone and what color they wear. And so I came up with In Love and Color just to give my testimony through hair coloring, to really teach and embrace and ensure that every woman really loves herself physically, mentally, and spiritually just through color. And people probably wonder, like, how do you do that? But when I'm doing the color, I'm praying over the color. When I'm talking to the woman, I am really getting to know who she is before I customize the color. Because if she wants this tone, she sees this tone, but she's showing me orange, but she's saying she want red. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I okay. Like, I want this color, but I don't want to see no orange. I'm like, you showed me orange though. Like, so what color do you see? But I've had so many naturalistas come to me and they're like, color damages my hair and I can't do that, but I wish I could. And I'm like, it does not damage your hair. The application and the maintenance is what damages your hair.
Yeah.
So let's educate you, And so I came up with In Love and Color to expose me, my dark side and how I overcame and things like that. And then pushing it even further, I'm coming up with my own hair color line that'll be up under that. So, and just to inspire, really that's what it means to love in color for me. Like using your hair color as an accessory, not making it your identity, but just enhancing it. You know what I'm saying? Like.
So what process, what stage are you on with developing your hair color line?
I am still in the stage of talking to chemist, because it's certain tones that I like of certain colors, and then I like I'm a dimensional colorist, so I don't like to see just flat red or flat brown or flat blonde. So I want to get different tones that go together. And creating interactive things for our stylists, because that is a struggle for some stylists. They are struggle with formula unless they're told the exact formula. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's where I am right now.
Where did you get your hair color training, or did you just develop it after? Because I know hair color in school, cosmetology school teaches you so much, but to really become as great as you become, did you do any extra training, or did you just learn as you went?
I will say my foundation came from Paul Mitchell, because they really are big about color and cut. Especially when you're in phase 2, they really teach you, all that. And then outside of that, I researched a lot. That was my niche in school, which I feel like I niched a little too much on color because I lost in some areas. But I did research and outside of that. And then when I went to the Ricky Burke salon, I got with Influence, which is a Black hair color line, and I learned a lot through going through their courses as well. So, and then I still take classes and color classes and stuff. I'm never too good to still learn something, So.
Okay. Good info.
Hey, Kaylin. Okay.
Where's Dee? I can't hear
you. You can't hear me? How you can hear me? What is your favorite beauty product?
Ooh.
Currently.
Rice water. No, I'm playing.
I know, girl. That's my favorite.
Okay, so this is so crazy. My favorite beauty products right now to this date is It's a 10 keratin spray. I love It's a 10.
Really? Tell us why.
It's the shine that you get afterward. Okay, first of all, it's the smell. I love things that smell good.
Yeah.
And then after I do every silk press and I spray it, the keratin, the cuticle is just sealed, it's shiny, and it has so much body and it's lightweight. I love things that's not so heavy on the hair. And then you don't have to use a lot of it for it to fully saturate your hair too. I love It's a 10. I know It's a 10 is old school, but I love It's a 10.
Yeah.
Love it.
I like it too.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I can't complain. So I know you like a lot of things, but right now, what is your favorite service to perform and why?
But I would have to say a silk press. And the reason why I love silk presses is because I love to see naturalistas go from the shrinkage to their real length.
That's real.
I love it because they are so like, oh, my hair is not that long or my hair is not that thick. And then when we get done, they're like, oh my God, my hair can do that. Oh my God. I'm like, I told you.
Yeah,
I think it's because I like the transformation. I think that's why that's my favorite service right now.
Mm-hmm. So the big question, how have you been able to balance work, the children, your spouse, and all yourself during this quarantine?
Let me tell you, I haven't been. It is so hard. So let me tell you, I am not that entrepreneur that tell you it's easy. They kill me on this social media. Like you can manifest and it's easy and you can do. No, it's not easy. You have to put in work, okay? Because oftentimes I put more into my work than my husband, and so then I have to remember, oh, I got to give him some time, and then I have to be like, oh, I do have to be a mama,
Yeah.
because my business is my baby too. So it's hard. It's really hard. So the best thing that I can say that I do to get some type of structure is I chunk my days and I chunk my time. And so like Mondays and Wednesdays are my CEO days. So you may not see me on social media because I'm doing background work. Or Tuesday and Thursdays may be my filming days where I create films, or I go live, or I do something like that. And in between that time, as I'm chunking my days, then I go and chunk my time, so my hours. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this from this time, and I have to literally put a timer on Dee because if I don't, I will continue and continue and continue, and dinner won't get made. Kids won't even see their mama, So I have to tell myself I'm gonna do it from this time to this time, and I'm cutting it off and telling myself it's okay that it wasn't finished and you can do it tomorrow. Or do it when everybody goes to sleep. A lot of the times I'm only sleeping like 2 or 3 hours because my sleep is all off.
Yep. I feel you. So with that, what do you suggest other beauty professionals do while we're in quarantine?
First things first, do not come out of quarantine and you don't have all your stuff together because you have nothing but time. My biggest advice that I could say that I could provide a professional is writing out your full business plan. because that's where I messed up at. With In Love and Color, I honestly prematurely put it out. I should have waited a little longer, but neither here or there, is out, So it's nothing wrong with revisiting your business plan. This should have been a warning to make sure that you have it completely out, because in forecasting what could happen, if you didn't. So one of another tip that I would give is I don't even know. It's not even in here, but I have a white big poster board, and I write out all the months. Then I write out everybody's birthday, because I know, okay, maybe I shouldn't schedule something or a class or anything on that weekend because I'm gonna celebrate this birthday. Then I go through each month. I tell myself which months are drop months, right? So we all know, if you're not like Didi out here braiding, because that's not me, okay? Then you have to figure out, how are you going to supplement to pay your bills, pay your salon? How are you going to do those things, right? Yeah. So I may do a crochet special, or I may host a class, or I might, do virtual classes or webinars or something like that. So then I'm putting all that down. Right now is the time for you to really sit and do a whole overview of your brand, which is who you are, and your market, how you're going to market who you are and your service. Yep. So I would say I have thousands of journals, and because I have each composition book that goes to each part of my business that will be coming out. And so I'm literally spending time, and I'm writing over these things. I'm making it plain. I'm praying over it. I'm sitting in, and writing it down, and I believe in it means nothing. So you have to believe that you have to get these things done. So I write out I go over my goals 3 times a day. Like, I'm writing them down. Like, okay, this is what I need to do. And then I'm taking steps on how to get to that goal. So what can I do today to open up a school? Okay, I know I need to know this, and this, right? Yeah. So making sure that you have the full overview of what the vision looks like, and then the steps that you need to take to get to the vision.
That's true. I feel you on that. So okay. Tell us what's next for Miss Lauren Love.
Ooh. Okay, so I am currently in transition to looking for another salon, because I need to take it up a notch.
Look no further.
Okay. Hey, take it up a notch. Welcome. I do want to get back into film, so I've been talking to some people to, do background. The next thing that I will be putting out is, because I'm trying to think if I should tell everybody or not.
Hey, you don't have to tell us if it's too premature. Give us an overview.
Yes, it is. So I can tell you this part. It will be something at everyone's fingertips that will be great for professionals, and it will also be great for clients. And no matter where you are in the world, you'll be able to access it and receive education from it. So before I even put that out, I am going to go to Paul Mitchell whenever they open, right, so that I can become an educator, because that is where my heart is. If I could just educate all day, I love doing hair. I love my clients, but I love the education part, because I feel like that's what clients are missing, not just stylists, but clients. They need to educate. They need to know why we do the things we do, and why you should not go home and mess it up. Okay.
True. That is true. Yes, ma'am. Well, that's really all the questions we have. We don't want to take up too much of your time. Everybody busy and got things to do. We will be live again on Saturday with Miss Kendra Siobhan. And we appreciate you for your time, Miss Lauren Love. We will see you in the future. So that's nothing new.
Thank y'all so much. I really appreciate y'all.
Absolutely. See y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.